Hi everybody, Debbie DuBois here again to do another video. I really felt called to do this video. It hit me about 5 minutes ago. I was listening to a recording that was done, I believe, October 9th, 2016 with Cryon. And this particular video was exactly what I needed to hear to put together pieces that have been coming to me over the last couple of weeks and answered quite a few questions I had in contemplating some things that have been going on around me. I'll start by sharing the fact that the last 2 weeks have been extremely difficult for me personally. And the only reason why is not because anything's been happening that's been bad. Actually, I was getting ready to do and have started actually videos and articles on abundance and divine expression, which I'm hoping, are making a bit of difference. Have had some tremendous experiences with getting into my creative flow, my creative expression, experiencing abundance at all turns. So something happened within the last 2 weeks. And I do believe that the universe kind of put a lot of that on pause for me personally, but not just for me. I've talked to many other light workers that kind of felt the same thing happened. You're rolling down the hill with momentum, and then all of a sudden things just kind of, just kind of came to I wanted to say a pregnant pause. And I use that word because, in a sense, I feel that where everything was moving forward so fast and so rapidly and so incredibly wonderfully and powerfully, it was as if the universe is saying, it's not quite time to birth that baby. You're not quite ready. There's something that needs to be done first. There's something that needs to be examined. And things just kind of stopped for me. Just getting over the remnants of a cold. It was a pretty bad cold. I mean, it stopped me. And I was kind of made aware that there were some situations in my life that I needed to kind of drift inward and examine and try to figure out what was going on inside of me and where I needed to go so that I could continue on full speed ahead. And I've been doing that, but what's been really interesting is during that pause period, I've actually pulled into my energy field, if I can say that, some increasingly negative energies that I felt were running through me as last minute processing. So if you've done a lot of work, which I've done a lot of work, it's like repeated situations that would come up and they would appear for 30 seconds, a minute, maybe 2 minutes. And I'd go, oh my gosh, I am not there again. And then just as soon as I felt that feeling, I would be like, this is different, let it go. Just drop it. Immediately thereafter, I would get confirmation that wasn't the same situation. And you were seeing that other situation in an untruthful, unhelpful way at the time. You're probably making the wrong decisions about what you saw and what you felt at the time, only you didn't know it because there were programs there. Well, the programs have been dissipated. And so what I have been personally left with is a period of time where consecutively, one after another, tiny little things have been bubbling up. This weekend was a particularly rough weekend for me in that nothing significant happened that created a negative experience for me, but I had energies of, I want to say I sunk into myself, where I am incredibly outward. And in my business, I've been, outward marketing, doing presentations, having business meetings, and of course, having a lot of exchange of energy with the loving people in my life. I've been extremely outward, and all of a sudden I went, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't know what I want to say to anybody. I didn't know where that exuberance went, but I just went inside. And I was okay with it at first. It was a couple of days. I just let it be. I allowed it. Oh, I'm feeling inward. That's okay. Allow that. And I did. But after a couple of days, the mind started working. What's wrong with you? Why don't you want to talk to people? Why don't you want to get up and do what you love to do? What's going on here? And the story that I was telling myself multiplied and multiplied into a state of what I would consider depression that I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And I really wasn't trying. I just was feeling what I was feeling. This morning, I was reminded that I had the capability to have help from the beings that are here as my entourage, the angels, the ascended masters, the guides. I called them all in. I said, I'm not really sure what's going on right now, but I have a networking meeting to go to this morning. And this is an important meeting for me. It's the way I start my week. And I'm sitting here in this state of being. And all of a sudden, I just called in a bunch of specific helpers that I felt I needed at that particular moment. And it was interesting because I ended up taking a really hot shower, and in that hot shower, I just called them all forth. And I said, I honestly don't know what this is about, but I need help raising my vibrations, is what I said. I need help raising my vibrations. And all that means is to literally move back into your authentic self, where even if you are feeling introspective, that you still feel this tremendous amount of love from your heart. You feel in your authentic self. So I knew I needed to get back to a higher vibrational frequency. I'd had several circumstances that had trashed my vibration the day before. And so in doing that, I actually started to feel better. And the point is that I took action. I took action. I recognized in a conscious state that I was sitting in a vibration that didn't feel right to me, and it wasn't productive for me. And what was really exciting about that is that I also do I also will do Epsom salts with the smelling salts, and I'll actually rub them on my body to clear my field. And I did some of that. And once I got out of the shower and I started preparing, I could tell that I was just in a different state of vibration. And I had a wonderful meeting. And then I had a 3-hour meeting after that networking meeting with potential clients. And I was totally in the flow. It's as if the piece of me that I know, who I am, the authentic me, was back in the house. And even though that me was never gone per se, it's almost like I could see it had receded. And when it receded, the feeling that was there was kind of empty, like I was alone. And that's the illusion that most of us go through, is that somehow we're alone. If we go to those places of lower vibration, somehow we feel like we're alone. And what I really did was I invited myself back in, and I said, I want myself with me. I want that vibrancy with me. I want that vibration with me. Well, I had a wonderful day. I had a fantastic day. And one of the things that had been suggested to me was I have a particular connection with Cryon. And it was suggested, when's the last time you talked to Cryon or called Cryon in? And I said, well, long time. Well, I kind of forgot all about that, but I got this real zooty new laptop computer for work so that I can bring, my website design stuff around to show clients, and it folds in half and it becomes like this iPad, but it's a full-size computer screen. And I was sitting on the couch and I was just playing around and I said, oh, YouTube, let's see what's on YouTube. And up came a Cryon video. And I was like, oh, Cryon. I forgot to call Cryon, right? So I listened to this. I'm going to post it. I'm going to post this link on this video. And as I was listening to it, I was like, yes, yes. I was getting the messages that I needed. It was a pretty recent video, so I was very excited. But what made me stop and realize, oh my God, I have to do a video, is something that he made so crystal clear in his channeling through Lee Carroll, in his channeling, which is what is different now than what used to be, is that basically we no longer can sit on the fence. Once you have tasted the authentic being inside of you and you have experienced being in that flow to where there's no thoughts, everything just flows through you. The abundance flows through you. What you need is there. Everything flows to you and through you, and it surrounds you. When you've experienced that, there's no sitting on the fence anymore. So suddenly, the universe is asking us to stop sitting on the fence. It's pushing us to not sit on the fence, but to make that decision. I am going to reside in a higher dimensional frequency. And that's when it occurred to me. That's what the universe was teaching me in this withdrawal period. To show me that I have the power to raise my vibrations merely by demanding it so within myself. Commanding it and saying, I wish to reside in a higher vibrational frequency. And when you make that choice, you can no longer not do that. That's the secret. And I've noticed that I have been experiencing around me some lower vibrational frequency energies of discord in my experience. And I give thanks to them, the experiences that have shown me that there may be those vibrational frequencies on the planet to deal with, but I don't have to be in those vibrations. I really don't have to be in those vibrations. When I find myself being pulled down in vibration by what's the word I'm looking for? Non-helpful, counterproductive thought systems that exist here right now. In some form or relation, they exist somewhere here on the planet. Counterproductive thinking, divisive thinking, thinking that makes us and them, thinking that says this is right and wrong, divisive thinking, duplicity, the black and white, the polarization. I do not have to exist in that vibration. I don't, and neither do you. No one has to, but it has to be a conscious choice. And you have to realize that it's your decision to be in the vibration that you are in. And you can make a choice to not be there. That is the message that came really clearly through. It's very important. These times are extremely important. If you're a light worker and you've been on this path for a long time and you've learned all the lessons And it's all in your consciousness of what it means to retain your high vibrational frequency. Now's the time. We do not have the luxury of falling into lower vibrational frequencies and wallowing in them. We just don't have that luxury. We've got a planet shifting right now. We are the change that we wish to see. Every single experience we have is based on the vibrational frequency we hold. Therefore, it's all on us, every single one of us. So the message that comes through very, very clearly now from Source to all who have ears to hear is maintain your vibrational frequency. You know how to do it at this point. You really do. Will you make that decision to get off the fence? Make the commitment to be in the oneness that you are, to allow the highest self that you are, to embody through you. Use your body as a vessel to bring through the light which you are. You can do it. I didn't know I could do it. Really? No, I could do it until today. Every single experience I had today was completely in flow. Completely. Every experience that you experience can be in flow. But you have to choose to stay in a higher vibrational frequency. And when you fall and you falter, there are so many of us around, so many of us there to lend you a hand, but not to do it for you, but to remind you, you are the light. You are the solution. You are the change that you're waiting for. You are the vibration that came here to shift the planet. Be that. Put the rest away. I'm not going to engage in lower vibrational frequencies. I'm not doing it. I can't. There's just too much riding on staying in a higher vibrational frequency right now. I just encourage every single person that is listening to this will tune in and hear with their higher self. The higher self, you are there. Come out. Be out. Stay out. Now is the time. We got some huge shifts coming. We've got brand new beginnings. We are so far into the shift. It seems crazy. We're getting ready for the elections. Oh my God. What is going to happen? Isn't this exciting? This is a movie that we decided to participate in. Do we know how it ends? Hell yes. We know. We know it has a Hollywood ending. We might not know exactly how we get there, but we all know. We didn't come here to fail. We did not come here to throw in the towel and say, you know what, I just don't feel like being in a good mood today. I just don't feel like being in, my higher vibrational frequency. That's not why you're here. Please, everybody, put away the ego. Just put it away. You don't need it anymore. The love that's available to you right now through all of our connection is so amazingly powerful. Everything you ever wanted or dreamed of or needed is here right now. There's nothing to shoot for. You've got everything that you need. The support is here. So go be it. Go be the change. I love you all very much. I hope that you will take these words into your heart and think about the seriousness of the choice. Do you wish to sit on the fence? Or do you wish to step into your higher being and be that? I know the answer to that question inside of you. I know the answer. I hear it through me now. Thank you for listening. I look forward to the next time that we have a chance to talk. Bye. Love you.